Next up.
Yep.
Judge dismisses gamers' claim that Microsoft Activision merger will spoil games.
Yeah, this was of course. Anyways, they're saying that a typical, like, you know, because Sony or Microsoft is going to own Activision, it's going to increase prices and reduce competition and blah 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 blah. And the judge was like, you have to prove that it's going to do this.
Yeah.
Like, you've offered no evidence that's going to happen. The lawyer is deluded in this case for the plaintiffs. He's saying like, oh, we like this result because now we know exactly what we need to prove to the judge to get this to go forward, because they have 20 days to like refute it, you know?
Yeah.
And the judge needs to see actual proof how it's going to do it or whatever. But like, what proof could you show? Like, is there proof? Could you bring up
They would have to have like some sort of historic precedent.
Yeah, and like, is there?
Another large company bought another large company in gaming.
Yeah,
and it wrecked the industry.
I mean, you could make cases that Microsoft has bought companies and like ruined them. Like, they've bought lots of products where it's like, wow, Microsoft bought Skype. What's Skype? Like, no one knows what Skype is anymore.
Well, no, because Discord came out.
Yeah, but like, Skype could have been the #1 thing in the world, you know?
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, yeah,
it was the number
thing. It was the #1 thing in the world. Like, we would Skype all the time.
Yeah.
We were playing World of Warcraft together.
Yeah, and then it was like,
it was free. It worked.
And then Microsoft bought it and fucked it up.
We didn't have to pay for a server.
Yep.
Did they though? Did they fuck it up?
Yeah, they did.
What'd they do?
They bought it and tried to put it in MSN, like the Messenger.
Didn't they? Where's MSN?
That's gone. It's gone.
You still get Skype on your PC though.
Yeah, but no one's like, Skype me later.
No, because everyone's like Discord. All the gamers have switched to Discord.
Yeah, and then everyone's using
for gaming.
What's the other one that everyone uses? Yeah, Zoom.
Everyone else is on Zoom because you don't have to install anything.
And what do your grandparents use? Facebook.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think they wrecked it. I just don't think that they did anything with it.
Same thing, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Same thing, dude.
They didn't do enough with it to get it to the status that it needed to be, to get it to get it out in the masses.
But the status, it was already #1.
It was #1, but then things changed, and they didn't do enough with it to
the things that changed with Microsoft was bought it and shit the bed with it. Anyways, in the gaming space, like, what could you point to? Microsoft bought Bethesda, and now Starfield is not going to be on PlayStation?
I guess.
Okay.
That's one thing you could point to,
Could you not point to Sony buying, or not even buying, just paying Square Enix to prevent Final Fantasy from being on anything but PlayStation?
Yeah, you could point to that as well.
But that's anti-Microsoft one there.
I know.
I guess they could use that as evidence that showing like gaming companies would do that.
Yeah.
But you know that whoever is doing these lawsuits, they're like Sony fanboys.
Yeah.
Like, you just know that's what's going on. I mean, yeah, maybe. Okay. I mean, I've said it. I said it a million times on here that Microsoft would not put Call of Duty on PlayStation if they got it, and they wouldn't have if it went through with no problem. Now they're signing all these deals with like Nintendo, like, we'll do 10 more years of Call of Duty on Switch or whatever.
Yeah.
I still say it's just Warzone, but who knows, right?
I say it's the whole thing, but we'll find out.
Well, for 10 years, they're going to have to, but after 10 years, who knows? Because there are all these deals. Well, Sony won't sign the deal.
Yeah.
So maybe they won't have Call of Duty. Maybe this will fuck them out of Call of Duty.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I can't really think of any purchase like this where it's sort of screwed over for gamers.
No, there really isn't any that I can think of.
I mean, I can think of Microsoft buying Bungie for Halo.
Yep.
But that didn't do anything like increase the pricing and reduce pricing or whatever.
No.
If anything, like, that increases competition because now they got to make their own.
Yeah.
So like, for a long time, Microsoft had the #1 FPS. Halo was it on console.
Yeah.
And then Activision came. Call of Duty stepped up their game. They're #1.
Stepped up their Call of Duty game to a multiplayer situation.
Yeah. I mean, there was multiplayer back in the day, but...
but it was like...
It was just not the same.
It wasn't the same.
So, I say it increases, like, creativity and competition.
Yeah, I think it does as well. I mean, I don't think it's going to wreck anything, that's for sure.
No, I don't think so.
It's just, big companies getting bigger.
Yeah, if anything, that's the bad part. But
yeah.
Is it... I don't know. It's not like they're having a monopoly on video games.
No. Everyone's got video games.
Yeah.
There's no monopoly. You can't monopolize it.
Yeah. The only monopoly that was going on for gaming was Sony had MLB, the show.
Yeah.
And Major League Baseball is like, no, you have to get it on every system. We don't want it just on Sony anymore.
Yeah.
So now Sony has MLB on Xbox. But it used to be by Sony Santa Monica, but they changed the studio's name.
Yeah.
It doesn't have Sony in it anymore. Because when I started up MLB 2K21 or whatever, it had a different name. I think it just says Santa Monica Studio now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they didn't want the Sony name on the Xbox. Microsoft would be fine with it. It's just Sony didn't want to do it.
Yeah. That's classic Sony right there.
I love that the MLB games come up on Game Pass. I could play it for free as part of Game Pass, but if I owned a PlayStation, it's like, I gotta buy it. It's so weird. Like, maybe it's coming to the PlayStation version of Game Pass. I don't know, but I don't think so, because no first-party Sony games go onto their thing right away.
They don't, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know, like, why. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before.
Rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways. Hopefully it'll go through.
Yeah.
Because I'd love all Activision games to be on Game Pass.
That'd be great.
World of Warcraft on Game Pass.
Let's go.
Not going to happen.
No. No.